I, 30 am in a relationship with a single mom, 27F, and I regret it. I started this relationship 2 years ago when I was 28. Due to the 1-hour drive we only see each other on the weekends. She has her son MF and the weekends dad gets her son, 7 yo. I really only see him on Sunday nights when he gets dropped. I was always nice to her son. I would play Minecraft and take him out, even went on vacation with her and him a couple of times. But I'm not going to lie, I never loved the idea of dealing with him. Despite my attempts at treating him like my own, he has proven time and time again that he's just a difficult kid to deal with. I want to keep this post short so I'll spare the details. But the problem is that recently he's been with us every weekend and I'm starting to get a clearer view into my future with her and her son. I have zero time to myself, there's no sex, haven't had it in over a month, and I find myself hiding in the bathroom just to get a moment's peace. I no longer look forward to my weekends, I actually look forward to Monday because at least after work I have a few hours to myself for some peace. I'm starting to realize what my future is looking like and it horrifies me. I tried having a conversation with my girl about it a few times but it always seems to lead to an argument. It's like I have all the responsibilities of a parent, but none of the authority. I really love my girlfriend and we have such a good relationship outside of her son, but now I think it's time for me to end it. I just feel completely awful about the whole thing because I knew she was a single mother before I got into this relationship, but I kept ignoring red flags and kept telling myself it would get better, but it hasn't, it just kept getting worse. I feel like I wasted both of our time but I'm just having trouble letting go. Every time I think about ending it I get scared that I'll miss her too much. But deep down I know that I have to. Any advice or anyone else go through this before? Edit. Thanks everyone, I appreciate all the comments. I just wanted to clarify that the red flags were not her being a mother. Although her parenting style isn't one I endorse completely, so I guess that could be a red flag. But I'm just saying I ignored the red flags that involved other aspects of single motherhood that are not exactly her fault. For example, her son's father is a deadbeat and doesn't support their son financially at all, so I know that burden would fall on my shoulders completely if we were to stay together. Something I really didn't consider going into it. Should have been obvious, I know, but we all make mistakes. I have nothing but love for her and will make an update post once I have the conversation with her. Very soon. Listen, if you feel like that, get out. Save yourself. Move on. It will sting but ultimately you will be happier. And #X200B. As a step-parent myself to a very difficult child, it never gets easier. There is literally no happiness in our home anymore, and I have 3 of my own kids who are miserable as well. I wish I had not ignored some red flags. You cannot love someone through these kinds of situations. It is okay to realize that you do not want to be in this boy's life. The sooner you break up with her, the less attachment her son will have with you. This is why it is called dating. There's an old saying, the best time to plant a tree is 10 years ago. The second best time is right now. While you tried to connect with her son, it just didn't work out. Time to sever ties and wish them both the best so she can find someone who can connect. I am sorry. That's really stressful and sad. I think you should always remember that your gut is showing you the way to a better state of mind. Of course you'll miss her, you love her. She's probably an amazing person and this could have all worked out without her son. But the reality of the matter is that her son is a part of her too, and it's an unfortunate deal-breaker. You can't sink your own ship to bring her with you. Sometimes love isn't enough and all those other little details have to match up too. But it'll be okay. Now that you know, you have to set the both of you free. Doing anything other than that would be a real waste of time. You hit the nail on the head. You have all the responsibility with none of the authority. It'll always be that way and always be miserable. I recommend against dating single moms for this reason. I, 28F. Want to stop with my boyfriend of 4 years, M25, asked for 1 more year. I am not from the USA, sorry for any grammar mistakes. And #X200B. I, F28 and my boyfriend, M25, have been together for 4 years, living together for 3. Let me get straight to the point. And #X200B. We have been doing it for 2 years, and it has been amazing. Before that I already enjoyed filming our sex, because all our friends consider us hot. It was also my idea to start and #X200B. From the beginning we established some rules, and the main ones were never to tell anyone and never to show our faces. and #X200B. We are not very famous in the but since we are not from the USA and we charge in dollars, this makes for very good money. My boyfriend does everything. He shoots the photos, films and edits the videos, checks 1000x that our faces are not showing. He also takes care of the Instagram account that serves as publicity, etc. The only thing I do is buy clothes and costumes. And #X200B. From the beginning my boyfriend said it's only fair that I get 75% of the money, because, people are paying to see you, I'm just the lucky son of a bitch. But I am not very good with money, and I have spent practically everything on clothes, purses, makeup, and in December I bought a $200,000 car. He on the other hand only bought a giant TV, a PS5 and a computer. And #X200B. The problem started on Saturday when I received a message on my personal Instagram. This person said that he knew I was selling photos and videos on the internet, and that he would tell my family everything. This person also asked for money. I immediately showed my boyfriend and said that I wanted to pay this person and said that I wanted to stop of. And #X200B. My boyfriend said that we were not going to pay a dime to this person, told the person to go to hell, and blocked the account. He also said that we have no way to stop of now, since we have many bills to pay, including the car. He said that I didn't save any money, and asked for another year to save money and look for a job. I have lost all desire to make videos. It used to be something I loved to do, now it's all gone. What do I do now? And #X200B. Too long did not read. I have a secret but one person has threatened to tell my family about it. My boyfriend said we have no money saved to stop of now. It could also be a scam emo. In December I bought a $200,000 car. Going to go out on a limb and guess your problem isn't with If you are not into it, you should stop. Like any job you don't like, quit. Refund money you need to and call it a day. Whatever you do, I would give that car back now. Take what money I can get back and buy a cheap second-hand car for the time being. Start living below your means. Get used to saving a big chunk of your income every month. Stop wasting your money. I really don't understand the logic behind content creators in general. One day it could all stop. Not even from a choice you made. You didn't save anything and started living like you made that money for years. It makes absolutely no sense to me. Am I, 35 female, required to do wife things for him, 32 male, already? My boyfriend and I have been living together for almost a year now. I'm disabled so I don't have a real job, but I part-time sell clothes I thrift for cheap. Think finding Versace in a thrift store and selling for 15x the price. I'm on disability so I make my own money. The side hustle is just a hobby I guess. But my boyfriend works construction. He moved into my apartment. With all my furniture. My things. I was fine without him living here. We split rent. He makes a lot more than I do. But he's not really helping with food. Or internet. Or subscription services. I go to the food bank and he finds shopping a chore. I asked him to pay the internet this month and he said it was so little it doesn't matter. Well, $40 matters to some of us. Like sometimes it makes a huge difference. Coming out of a heavily abusive relationship 4 years ago, I met him last year and have never been so cared for emotionally and made to feel safe. He was abused in a past relationship too, so he understands. Now the fun part, I'm working tirelessly daily to find remote work, which I know will make me miserable, but he comes home and wonders why the house isn't spotless. He refuses to help with my cat who he adores. Like won't notice her water bowl is low and fill it up. Little stuff. I don't expect him to do litter box things. The laundry and vacuuming is my number one concern because of my super floofy cat. So that takes up most of my morning. After I make dinner he expects me to do dishes even if I don't eat. And yes, I make dinner every night, but like we'll make stuff I hate and he expects me to wash it all, because he worked all day, and I sat around doing nothing. He fails to notice the clean clothes in his dresser or closet. Clean sheets put on the bed twice a week. His work clothes appearing laid out in the living room so he can get ready without waking me at 4 a.m. He always sends me a thank you text at lunch because I make his lunch every night. Am I supposed to be a maid? At least put a ring on it, then I'll go full wifey. But his family seems to love me. I'm getting tattooed with his mom soon. FGS. If he comes home and there are things on the counter or the coffee table he gets so stressed out. But he leaves shit out. Mostly dishes. He knows I just got my hands tattooed a week ago and need to keep them dry. I'm just so frustrated. Is this old-fashioned dynamic the new norm? I told him last week I've been dumped 2 separate times on Valentine's Day. So I left him a post-it on the door saying Happy V-Day Heartsuit XOXO. I know he thinks Valentine's is stupid, but like, do something. Something little. Smoke me a steak? Is it so hard to realize every girl has some sort of complex about a holiday about love? I know he won't do anything. Someone tell me what to do. Ultimately, you need to sit down and negotiate finances and chores whenever you move in with someone. Look, I've been married for 20+ years and my wife still isn't required to be a maid. WTF. He treats you like a maid and he isn't even paying his half of the expenses? You should not really be with someone who does not respect your time and is not considerate about your disability. It's bad for your self-esteem as a disabled woman. I would tell him to shape up or ship out. Wake up and smell the fog, honey. Just because he's better than your last relationship and cares for you emotionally doesn't mean you have to take this shit from him. He's not treating you well, especially given your disabilities. Though I must admit I'm curious how you afforded the new tattoos on your budget where $40 for internet is a lot of money and matters to you. You need to sit down and have a talk about him paying his fair share for all the rent and utilities, especially if he is the only one with full-time employment. Lay out all the monthly shared expenses: groceries, gas, electric, phone, internet, streaming services, etc. And demand he pays his fair share in advance so you aren't worrying about $40 or going to the food bank. This relationship sounds pretty unhealthy and he might be playing on your fear of abuse and fear of abandonment. I do also share the concern of another poster that you are paying for new tattoos while simultaneously not having enough money for food. You might want to double-check your own priorities. Why are you okay with being a maid if he marries you? This isn't a healthy way of thinking. You want a partner, not an employer? My 27 female girlfriend went out to brunch and I'm 28 male, mad about it. My 27 female girlfriend of 10 years went out for brunch yesterday. She made a post on Instagram that asked if anyone wanted to go to brunch with her. I woke up around 10:30 and called her to see where she was at. She responded by saying she's at the Broken Yoke with a friend eating. An hour later she calls me again. She sounds drunk. I asked her if she's okay. She said, "Yes, I'm okay." 30 male. Reese was just buying me drinks and we just talking. He paid the bill and we are coming to house before I drop him off. I look at her story and sure enough she's posting her friend and their meals. I asked her who Reese is and she said it's Rob's, a mutual friend, cousin. She's met him a couple times at after parties from the bar. I asked her why she's with a man by herself getting drunk. She said, that I'm insecure and that she's getting a free meal and drinks. I'm asking my fellow Red Ditters, am I insecure or did she wrong? I don't know your rules about friendship and dating. Brr, I am concerned that she seems to be drinking and driving. This sounds very date-like, but based on your post it sounds like she wanted a group but only he showed up. Why didn't you go with her? She was on a date with another guy. You wasted 10 years on her. You may want to find out what's up with meeting him at after parties. At a minimum I would assume he's interested in her. Yep. Sounds like your girlfriend decided to go on a date with some dude. She said, that I'm insecure and that she's getting a free meal and drinks. I'd be pretty insecure about my relationship status if my girlfriend of 10 years was going on dates with other dudes.